Good morning and welcome everyone to this live stream on Saturday, 20th of April 2021. It's been a little bit of a couple of weeks where we haven't actually done a live stream, but I'd like to welcome you all into the live stream and anybody who's watching this on playback. But as usual, we've got 6 fixtures to predict this week, and if we pop over to the Saturday Soccer Soup 6 website, where we're going to attempt to win £250,000, let's have a look at these fixtures before we get started this morning. So let's have a look. Where are we? Where are these fixtures? Click on play. We have Liverpool coming up against Aston Villa, Bournemouth coming up against Coventry, Barnsley coming up against Middlesbrough, we have Derby coming up against Norwich, and Preston North End playing Brentford, and finally we've got QPR, the As, as they say, coming up against Sheffield Wednesday. The Owls are 7870. I'm angry as I didn't see my name on the viewers' predictions week 31. I know it went very quick, R787B, very, very quick, but I left my predictions on the video. You did, and you are entered as everybody else is in the weekly league that we do. And Sportcast 01, same, yeah, same. Your name was in there. It just flashed by really quickly though. But better luck next week. Maybe you will get picked randomly. It's rigged. How is it rigged? How is it rigged? Is this YouTube? But good morning, Mr. Lovesy. How are you this morning on a Saturday morning? Are we in work? Are we in Morrison's car park? Are we in the Sainsbury's car park? Or are we at home even? Sports Capture, I don't. Interesting. Right, then. So, 6 fixtures, as usual, on a Saturday morning. First up, we've got Liverpool against Aston Villa. Now, remember earlier in the season, guys, that Aston Villa absolutely demolished Liverpool 7-2. Do you think it ought to be a repeat? I'm not sure if Jack Grealish is out for this fixture. Ian's in work. Hope you're working hard. Time for a break. I know I would like some compensation. Indeed, R787B. Compensation, yeah, by maybe I'll give you some tips today on these fixtures on a Saturday. How about the Chelsea game? Well, it doesn't appear in there because the Chelsea fixture is that this evening? Ash, I'm not too sure when that takes place. Rip Prince, indeed, Rip Prince Philip. Yes, very sad news yesterday, of course, on his passing. But back to the football. Liverpool versus Aston Villa. I just want to have a look at some news. I'm not sure if Jack Grealish is playing, so let's just have a quick look online. Preview to see if Jack Grealish is out of this match. 5 hours ago. Here we go. I think Liverpool will just about win, but Aston Villa could win. Yes, Sportcat. You never know. It is at Anfield, and their record at Anfield over the past few months has been absolutely abysmal. Good on the road, apart from, of course, they lose to Real Madrid in Spain the other day. But yeah, over the past few months, it's sort of Jekyll and Hyde. Can we see if... Right, Ollie Watkins back to hat-trick. Jack Grealish scored twice. That's 3-4. Just want to see if there's any news on Grealish playing here. Any team news? Any team news at all? He won't be playing from what I know. That's it. Okay, let's just go to... I know he was having a late fitness test or something, wasn't he? Premier League injuries. This is a really useful website, this one. And Aston Villa got 3 injuries. Let's have a look what they're saying about Grealish. Jack Grealish, this was on the 9th of April. He's had a setback that will probably put him back a couple of weeks. He couldn't tolerate the loading. We know it's not long term. We've probably pushed him back a little bit too quickly. So still currently being assessed, but there's no return date. So he looks like he's going to be out for this fixture. Good morning, Harry. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Let's have a look at the two teams' recent form. Liverpool, currently in 7th position, current reigning champions, winning 3 of the last 6 fixtures. But those 3 victories have come on the road, and 3 defeats have been at Anfield between Fulham, Chelsea and Everton. Aston Villa, on the other hand, 2 places below Liverpool in 9th position, 2 victories in the last 6. Victories against Leeds away from home and Fulham last time out, which was 3-1, a very good victory for them last week. They lost against Tottenham and Sheffield United, and sandwiched between those 2 defeats were draws at home against Wolves and away against Newcastle. So where do we see this one heading, guys? Let's have a look at the what the community are saying. 90% are going for a Liverpool victory in this one. Going against the grain on recent form, of course. A 6% draw, and 4% are going for an Aston Villa victory. So, what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Do we think it's going to be home win to Liverpool? Or do we think it's going to be, can Villa get on the board with an away victory? Now, in my predictions video earlier in the week, I did call this to be 2-1 to Liverpool. I think I am going to stick with that prediction. I think even though Liverpool have been losing a lot at home recently, I think the way they have been playing, though, it has improved recently. I know that they've got Champions League against Real Madrid coming up as well, so maybe there'll be a little bit of rotation in the Liverpool ranks, but I'm going to be going for a 2-1 victory to the Reds at home. Sportcat has gone for a 1-0 victory to Liverpool. Harry Klitschko, good morning, Harry. Hope you're doing well. It's gone for 2-1 to the Reds against Villa at home, and Ash here has gone for a 2-0 victory to Liverpool. Ian, if you're still watching, what is your prediction there down in Swansea? Next up, we move to the Championship, and we've got Bournemouth coming up against Coventry now. And I know the Bournemouth have been in a bit of a very good, rich vein of form in the Championship, currently occupying 7th position. So they're just 1 point behind Reading in outside the playoffs. So, of course, Reading played last night, and I believe they lost against Watford, wasn't it? Was it 2-0 in the end, I believe? Yeah, it was 2-0. It finished up. So there is an opportunity here for Bournemouth to leap into those that playoff berths, probably at the expense of Reading, although Barnsley are on 68 points as well, but they won't drop out because Cardiff are on 58 points in 8th position. Liverpool to do the dirty on Villa. Absolutely. Yeah. R787B722. Liverpool, very interesting. So in the past 6 fixtures, Bournemouth, as we said, winning 4. Victories away against Blackburn, home against Middlesbrough, Swansea, and an away against Bristol City back on the 3rd of March. Lost at home against Barnsley 3-2, and they also gained a draw against Preston North End. So Coventry City currently hovering above the relegation zone in 20th position. They've gained victories recently against Bristol City at home, which was last time out 3-1, and they also beat Derby at home 1-0. On their travels, though, they don't look too clever, losing against QPR 3-0, Luton Town 2-0, and they also drew at home against Wycombe Wanderers in their last 6. Just have a quick look at Bournemouth's scoring in the last 6 fixtures. Okay, they kept a clean sheet away against Bournemouth. They let a goal in against Middlesbrough. They kept a clean sheet against Swansea. A hatful of goals went in both ends in that Bournemouth-Barnsley fixture. A draw against Preston 1-1 and a win against Bristol City on the road. So they have kept 2 clean sheets in the last 6. Coventry, from a scoring point of view, they have blanked 3 of their last 6 fixtures. They did score, obviously, 3 goals against Bristol City, and a goal against Coventry and a goal against Middlesbrough. So it looks like in this one, I don't think they're going to. They're either going to get a goal or if they're going to blank. I'm going to err on the side of a Bournemouth victory in this one, but before I make my final prediction, let's have a look at what the Sky community is saying. We've got a 92% swing there on a Bournemouth, a Cherries victory over Coventry. We've got 6% going for a draw and 2% going for a Coventry win. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. Coventry are on decent form, and WJ, welcome in. Hope you are doing well, my friend WJ. So let's have a look. What is excuse me, it's a bit dusty in this room at the moment. Let's have a quick look at Coventry's stats recently. Are they in good form? Yeah, only, well, one defeat of the last week, but now I can't see past Bournemouth in this one. So I'm going to go for another 2-0 victory. And Sports Cats has gone for a 3-1 victory to Bournemouth. Next up, we've got Barnsley coming up against Middlesbrough. Very important game for both teams. Of course, Barnsley currently in 5th position, I believe it is. They are in 5th position, so they really need to get at least a draw in this match against Middlesbrough, who are currently in 10th position. Middlesbrough, if they want to have any hope of reaching the playoffs, I feel that this is possibly their last chance. It's a must-win this for Middlesbrough against Barnsley. So, what are we thinking, guys? I'm doing very well, thank you. How about yourself? Yeah, I'm doing very well. It's a nice sunny day in South Wales today. Look to get out in the garden after this. After I've completed these predictions, and then before settling down to watch Cardiff City take on Blackburn Rovers this afternoon, which incidentally will be live streamed on Nathan's channel later on today. But getting back to this match between Barnsley and Middlesbrough, Barnsley's form, 3 wins in the last 6, only losing once, which was against Sheffield Wednesday, which was 2-1 at home. They beat Luton on the road, Wickham on the road, and Bournemouth on the road. So at home, they've gained 2 draws and a defeat. Those draws being a 0-0 draw against Derby and a 1-1 draw against Reading. So I know that let's have a look at Middlesbrough. Their form away from home, they're really difficult to predict. They're really difficult side to play against as well. So you never know what sort of a result you can expect from Middlesbrough. They gained a very creditable 1-1 draw against Watford, who are flying at the moment. Before that, they suffered defeats against Bournemouth and Millwall before beating Stoke and Preston at home, and they also lost on the road against Swansea. Difficult one to predict. I think I know where I'm going to go with this one, but let's just have a quick look at what the Super 6 are saying. Barnsley, a 60% win for Barnsley, 20%, 6% draw, and 13% are going for a Middlesbrough win in this one. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. Harry Klitschko has come for a 4-0 bold prediction for Barnsley to beat Middlesbrough, and Ashton Knights has gone for a 1-0 victory for Barnsley. I believe that this is a bit of a last chance saloon for Middlesbrough to reach the playoffs. I don't think they will. I can't see them beating Barnsley, but I don't think they'll lose. I think this is going to be a very tight affair. This could end up as a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 draw. So I'm going to go Barnsley 1, Middlesbrough 1. Next up, also in the Championship, as the rest of these 5 other fixtures are, we've got Derby coming up against Norwich. Now, Norwich high flying at the moment in the Championship, currently in 1st position. 4 victories in their last 6 fixtures. Those wins have come against Huddersfield, a 7-0 routing for Old Huddersfield, the Terriers there. Prior to that, they gained draws on the road against Preston and at home against Blackburn. Prior to that, they victorious on the road 2-0 against Nottingham Forest, 2-1 against Sheffield Wednesday, and 3-0 at home against Luton. Now, clean sheets, they kept 3 clean sheets in those 3 games. They've only conceded 1 goal in 3 of those other matches as well. Preston managed to score, Blackburn managed to score, and Sheffield Wednesday managed to score against the Canaries. So, Derby County currently find themselves in 18th position. They've sort of hauled themselves out of the relegation zone, haven't they, since their very steady start to the season. But if you look at their results, they lost away against Reading. Now, Reading aren't in that greater form themselves, but losing against them, not the best. They did gain a victory against Luton 2-0, a defeat away against Stoke 1-0, a draw against Brentford 2-2, very good, a loss at home against Millwall, and a draw away against Barnsley. So, where are we thinking this one is going to go? Norwich, surely. Although Derby's home form has been okay. So, do you think Norwich are going to gain? Do you even think that Derby can actually score a goal in this one? I'm not so sure. 7-0 routing of Huddersfield. Surely this is going to be a victory to Norwich. Surely. It's just by how many? Let's have a look at the defence of 3-1 at home. Conceded 1 goal, 2 goals, and 0 goals. Difficult one to predict. Let's have a look what the Sky community are saying. 4% of people are saying a Derby win. 6% are going for the draw. And 90% are going for a victory for Norwich. What are we saying then, guys, in the chat? Harry Klitschko saying Derby 2, Norwich 2. WJ has gone for a 0-2 victory to Norwich, and I tend to agree. I believe that the Canaries are going to come out victorious in this one. They're going to score 2 goals. It's just whether Derby can get on. Can they score a goal or not? That is the question. Let's have a look at those Derby. Are they scoring? They've scored. No, only 3 times in their last 6. Will they score at home though? They have scored in each of the 2 where they're out their 3 last fixtures. Nah, I think this is going to be a 2-0 victory for Norwich. Yeah, Ashton Knights, welcome in Ashton. Hope you're doing well. Has gone for a 2-0 victory to Norwich as well, as has WJ. So moving on to the penultimate fixture this week, we got Preston North End coming up against the Bees, Brentford. Now, Brentford currently in 3rd position. Look at those draws. 4 out of 4 draws, and prior to that, a victory away on the road against Blackburn, and a loss against top of the table, Norwich 1-0. Preston currently in 16th position, beating Swansea. What a result that was at the Liberty Stadium in South Wales, 1-0. Prior to that, they drew against Norwich, 1-1. And before that draw against Norwich, it was 3 defeats on the trot against Luton at home, Middlesbrough away, and Wickham away. And prior to that was a 1-1 draw against Bournemouth. So, can they pull a draw out against Brentford, or could they possibly gain a victory? But I seem to think that Preston's home form this season hasn't been that great. Let's have a look. I think there's a league table down here somewhere for... look at that, home form. They are currently 4th from bottom on the home form league table, whereas Brentford, look at that, 2nd in the table for away teams. So Brentford, none too clever there, are they? Form of the last 8 is Preston. What are they there? In about 16th position, something like that I can count. Whereas Brentford's form in what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. Let's have a look at their Preston's home. When was the last time they won at home? Well, it was a 3-0 victory over Huddersfield back on 27th of February. Prior to that, though, it was way back in December the 29th against Coventry. So I don't think Preston are going to win this match. And the Sky viewers are saying 10% for a Preston North Enders victory. 29%! Excuse me, late night last night. 29% are going for a draw, and 61% are going for a Brentford win. Let's have a look at what you guys are saying in the chat. And Harry Klitschko has gone for a 3-2 victory to Preston North End against Brentford. Love your predictions, Harry. Very bold, all of them. That's what we like to see. Difficult one to predict. I don't think Preston, with their home form, are going to win this one. However, Brentford are drawing, 4 on the trot? So this could end up 1-0, 0-0 to even. It's a very hard, very, very difficult. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. Now we move on to the final fixture of the weekend in the Saturday Super 6. And by the way, Ashton has gone for a 1-1 draw in that Preston North End versus Brentford match. And WJ has gone for a 1-0 away victory to Brentford. So, QPR coming up against Sheffield Wednesday. Let's have a look at the form of these two guys. Now, I know that Sheffield Wednesday had a very good victory over Cardiff last weekend. 5-0, wasn't it? Absolutely crushing for the Bluebirds, that one. But looking at their form, they've beaten Cardiff, as we said, lost against Watford away from home, but Watford flying high at the top of the table. A victory over Barnsley, a draw against Huddersfield before back-to-back defeats against Norwich, who are top of the table, and Reading, who are currently in 6th position. So, form-wise, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. They're fighting for their lives. Currently on 35 points. What are they? 7 points from safety and 42 from Birmingham. So another game which they're going to have to try and get something out of, a draw or a victory. Whereas QPR currently occupying 12th position, losing away against Forest last time out. Prior to that, they gained victories against Coventry City, Millwall and Wickham at home. They lost against Huddersfield and a draw against Reading. So 2 defeats in the last 6, 3 wins and 1 draw. Let's have a look what the Sky Super 6 are saying in this one. So, for a 58% of people are going for a QPR victory, 22% are going for a draw, and 19% are going for a Sheffield Wednesday win. Interesting. Difficult one to predict, this one. Difficult one. What are we saying, guys, then? What are your thoughts on this QPR versus Sheffield Wednesday guy? Harry Klitschko, Ashton? Oh, don't remind me about that game against Sheffield Wednesday. Absolutely atrocious performance. Yeah, it wasn't the best, was it, WJ? Hopefully Cardiff will bounce back this afternoon. Sheffield Wednesday 5 versus QPR. Very good. Yeah, I thought, Harry, I thought you were going to say something like 7 or 8 to Sheffield Wednesday. But interesting, this one. Let's have a look at Sheffield Wednesday's total away form, though. Because they have been picking up, and they'll be buoyed by that victory last week. And they only narrowly lost to Watford recently as well. So they are putting up a bit of a fight down there. But Sheffield Wednesday's formed, look at that. They're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 from bottom of the form table. Away from home, they've only picked up 14 points this season, whereas QPR at home, sort of just above mid-table on 31 points. Will we see a QPR win, or will we see a victory to Sheffield Wednesday? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 defeats on the road there before they come up against Barnsley, and it was a very good win. This is going to end up in a draw or a win, I believe. Let's have a look at QPR's form on their last, 8 matches. QPR. Look at that. They had a very good run of form there, and they're not in that too bad a form themselves. Look, losing at home against Huddersfield, Barnsley. They lost at home against Derby, Swansea, Reading, Bristol City, Preston. So they are susceptible to giving away at home. When was the last time they drew at home? All the way back on the 15th of December. So law of averages, maybe they'll get a draw. But I think this is going to be a very tight match, this one. As we said, 58% QPR victory, 22% a draw, and 19% an away win. Ashton has gone for a 2-1 victory to Sheffield Wednesday. WJ has gone for 3-2 to QPR. Sheffield Wednesday, 7 QPR. Cyberly, hey BBL, hey Cyberly, I hope you're doing well. Good luck to West Ham this weekend. Antonio injured, but we still got Lingard out and Sucha. Obviously, I've put Lingard in my fantasy football team, and I've also got Antonio as well. But I have actually benched him because I did hear he's got a bit of muscle injury. He does suffer quite a lot of injuries. Antonio, I believe a lot of it is to do with his hamstrings. Is that right, Cyberleader? You might have dodgy hamstrings. A little bit how like Ryan Giggs used to have a lot of hamstring problems in his career. But anyway, that's enough West Ham chat for now. Let's get back to this prediction between QPR and Sheffield Wednesday. I think QPR will score. However, are we thinking a draw or are we thinking a win? This is so difficult. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory to Sheffield Wednesday. I was very impressed with them last week. Cardiff didn't put up much of a fight. But the Owls, I'm going to go for a win. Now, we have the golden goal prediction. This is the tie-breaking question of where do we think the first goal is going to occur. So we've bet... Well, we've had look at all these. We've actually gone for goals in all of these matches. Surely there's going to be a goal in the first 10 minutes. It's just a matter of when. I think it's going to arrive in the 6th minute. Could be earlier than that. Could be 3-1. Could be the 3rd minute. But Cyber Leader from West Ham UFC has gone for a 3-1 victory to the home side of QPR. But I'm going to go for a golden goal prediction of 6 minutes for these fixtures today. Where do you guys think the golden goals? Do you think it's going to be in the first couple of minutes, or do you think it's going to be around 5, 6, or even later? Maybe there won't even be any goals in these fixtures. But I am going to challenge Jeff. I am going to go head to head with him, and I am going to submit my entry. And there we are. If I was putting £10 on these fixtures, I would come back with a lovely £1,444.97. Harris Klitschko has gone for the first minute. And maybe a very quick goal from someone there. Maybe a Mohamed Salah goal. What's Nathan's predictions for West Ham? What is that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Did you watch the video back, Cyber Leader? Because in the video we've both made our predictions. So if you watch that video, you'll be able to see what we predicted for that fixture. For West Ham, I think I went for a victory. Let's have a look. I think they're playing. Are they playing tomorrow or Monday? Let's have a look. If the internet quickens up a bit. West Ham against Leicester. Yeah, very big game in the Premier League. That one is, isn't it, Cyber Leader? Yeah, I've gone for a victory, and I can't remember what Nathan went for. He may have gone for a draw in that one, or even I can't remember, to be honest. But so if I just do a quick review of my predictions, we've gone for a 2-1 home victory for Liverpool. We've gone for a 2-0 home victory for Bournemouth over Coventry, a 1-1 draw between Barnsley and Middlesbrough, a 2-0 away victory to Norwich over Derby, the Rams, Preston North End 1, Brentford 1, and we've gone for a 2-1 victory to Sheffield Wednesday over QPR. So we've got 2 home wins, we've gone for 2 draws, and we've gone for 2 away wins. That is very, very symmetrical. Do you use OneFootball app? I do have the OneFootball app, Cyber Leader, on my my iPod. I don't own a smartphone, but I do have an iPod. But I have got that OneFootball app. And OneFootball, if you are watching this, I'd be very happy to be sponsored by you if you're that way inclined. Let's hope the Bluebirds can get the win later. Come on, Mick McCarthy. Come on, Mick McCarthy, indeed. Let's hope for a win and hopefully a Kiefer Moore goal, because the goals have dried up in the last 5 or 6 fixtures for Kiefer. So hopefully he will get a goal this afternoon. No pressure, Kiefer. But what's everyone's thoughts on the Grand National taking place at 5:15 this afternoon? I think Cloth Cap is the overriding favourite this afternoon, but I'm going to be looking at those. I'm going to be looking at those runners and riders a little bit later on this morning. Probably a little pound each way or something like that. Really push the boat out on that. But once again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me yet again on this Saturday morning. It's good to be back after a couple of weeks break, although we did do one 2 weeks ago, which we did it in the afternoon, where Nathan was on that one as well. He's currently finishing off his breakfast, but he's going to be gearing up for this afternoon because he will be going live at 5 to 3 for the Cardiff City versus Blackburn match in the Championship. So hopefully a lot of you can join Nathan this afternoon. I'm going to be in the chat, moderating as usual, and the Cyber Leader only 2 more days. Everything opens, or is that only England? Well, it's not quite true, is it, Cyber Leader? Okay, shops are opening, and things like pubs, you can only go in the beer garden. Gyms, I believe, are, but there's still going to be a lot of restrictions where we probably got to wear masks and such. So we're still heavily under restrictions throughout the UK at the moment, but hopefully those restrictions will be gradually lifted, or lifted pretty quickly, because I'm desperate to get back to the gym and go out for a meal and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, hopefully those restrictions will be lifted real soon. But yeah, as I say, thanks to everybody for joining me this morning. Enjoy your football over the weekend. I'll be there in Nathan's stream. Well done, WG. I'll see you there later. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy my weekend of football. Also, the Masters is on. So I said the Grand National. I think there's Electric Formula 2 as well. I believe there's plenty of rugby league going on this weekend. But my main focus is going to be the football, the Championship, the Premier League, the Masters, and a little bit of horse racing later on this afternoon. But for now, I'd like to bid you farewell, and I'll see you all in the next video, which will be out probably on Wednesday evening / Thursday. Cheers now. See you all soon.